gets opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Greg Zerline out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Starting from the 5.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll throw it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Justin Simmons. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
From the 31. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Fields on 1st down. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Off play action, it's Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. On target to his man, Tony. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10.
Monday. Here we go, son. Say hi.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Brought in right side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They give on second to Hall. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's first and goal.
Here we go. Say hi.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line. And the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Need better results here on second and goal from the 10.
Here we go, say hi. Say hi.
Trying again, Hall. And this one doesn't work any better. Defense there to drop him at the line again.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
West right.
Buckle up. It's third and goal.
Don't jump.
Fields out of the gun. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Complete. It's Cooper. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Here's second and 2. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. To throw here on first down. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it down to a single point. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
They start the drive with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have it 2nd and 8.
Good. Hey, Ken. All right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. The defenders are there to get him at the line. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
All right.
Play action, Fields. Complete to Braylon Allen. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here we go.
Another throw for Fields. Able to hit Hall, complete. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Go.
1st down throw for Fields. He finds Johnson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. All right.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go, son.
He'll throw it yet again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Caught by the open man. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position, hitting on the...
And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jets 7. Justin Tucker, the kickoff.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here we go.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Sit high.
Now Fields. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here we go. Sit high.
Motioning the tight end left.
Sit high.
Fields on 3rd. Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the center. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They've got a man in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one hits for 30. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Here's a throw. Lays out left side and gets it. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Ravens with 2nd and 6. Still sticking with the passing game. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Setting up a throw. And the defender comes away with it. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
You got a mini basic. Why not? Don't jump. Ready?
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. Fields on 1st down. Hall there to haul it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
Here we go.
A give left side for Hall. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
That's complete to Wilson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go. All right.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, son. Go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. This one's caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down give to Hall. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Oh, can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, son.
Fields looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go.
Running back sent in motion. They're going to throw it on third and long. He has the first over the middle. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route to Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here we go.
They'll throw it again. Finds his target, Hall. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On first and 10, it's Fields. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, New York. Now the Jets keeping the offense on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Don't jump. Ready?
Play action, Fields. He rolls to his right. It's caught. And we've got a flag after the failed 2-point try. Let's see what we've got here. Not sure he knew he went out of bounds before he made a play on that ball, Brock, but he was the first to touch it coming back in, and that's going to get the penalty. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going to push one deep down the right.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. He's dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Working quickly here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Man in motion here. He's back to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The fourth down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll go right side with Hall. He's got to gain a 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one. Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Fields out of the gun. Able to hit Hall, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
So the Jets are going to try a field goal on 4th down. Greg Zuerlein headed out. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Greg Zuerlein going to try to knock this through for the Jets. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 37. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Throwing now from the gun. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Pass play on 1st and 10. Caught by Flowers. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 32. Escapes the pocket.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Third down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now. This throw is cut. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Second down, looking for options. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. So now they have 3rd and short. They'll try and throw it here. Buys time, rolling right. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens take the lead as time runs out here in the 3rd. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. So we're through 3 here. And they'll continue adding to their lead. We're all set here. Time to get going with the 4th quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. No muss, no muss. All right.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, Ken. Go.
Fields on 1st down. That's complete to Wilson. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down throw for Fields. Finds his man over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Now it's Fields. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Hall there to haul it in. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Throwing now on first down. He's throwing deep to the left. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens push the lead up to 12.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, never mind, Monday. Here we go. Tonight.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Finds his target, Hall. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Go.
2nd and 4. Chased out to his right. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should because quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
Here we go.
Fields now on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets down by 12. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Another throw for Fields. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Okay, don't jump. Ready? Set high.
Fields out of the gun. He's on the move. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off Kendall Fuller. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Complete. It's Cooper. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Back now, pressure on its way. Andrews with the catch. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Flush down out to his left. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. His third through the air this game. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens go up by 19. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set high.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking for a throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Big game downfield. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of...
I came in nothing but them raps, the clothes on my back, them L-dogs, nothing but them blacks, the A, with a black man is debonair. I'm talking about a black man's heaven here. Shorty, we going where the destination is manifested. We learn how to collect reparations and invest it. I went from dressing the coldest to catching the COVID, to blessed with success and promoting to just do it.
Yeah, buddy, you ready or not? Don't really care if you was or you wasn't LeBron. From now on, I'm calling the shots. I don't really care about your hating little daddy LeBron. Your mammy's a pity. Anytime I get beside myself, I remind myself from Think I gotta go through. I don't like therapists, I don't like most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the Telltale told you. Wait, don't even know you. Stop right, I'm a long trip. Blink at my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball hype. Pretty face guy like, bruh, how do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. Summer daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control